most people, their biggest issue is they haven't submitted themselves to accountability. So when you look up and you say, well, these are all great questions you're asking, Gary, I would say, yeah, well, who's asking them that question? Who's holding them accountable to do it? Because at the end of the day, no one succeeds alone. And being held accountable is probably the most important thing in actually achieving your goals. You can't name me one athlete that is an elite athlete that doesn't have a coach. You can't name me one elite actor or actress who does not have a coach. You cannot name me one elite musician or artist who does not have a coach.
The person whose voice you just heard is Gary Keller. Some of you might know him. He is the founder and CEO of Keller Williams Group, which is the largest residential real estate company in the entire world by far. He is also the author of this productivity book that is a bestseller and has sold millions of copies. But the reason why I was playing his call at the beginning of this video is not because of any of that. The reason why I was playing his call is because what he said about accountability challenges the entire self-help niche that has overcomplicated ideas of productivity to essentially sell more books and coaching. Now, all these things, ice baths, journaling, meditation, don't get me wrong, they have their benefits. But the thing is, they are no guarantors of success. In actuality, for most entrepreneurs, they are the biggest deterrent of success in their lives. And the reason for this is because they falsify a sense of them making progress, of them doing something, when in reality, they don't do anything. Now, my name is Hadi Salman, and alongside with my partner Tamer Hawadi, we founded Compass. And I have worked over the past 4 years one-on-one with entrepreneurs across all stages of the business lifecycle. And I have found a few things that absolutely work. But what I've learned is it's not even about learning the things that work that matters. It's actually about unlearning the lies that most entrepreneurs believe and have been told by the industry that actually affect them in the worst way possible. And today, if you give me a few minutes of your time, I'll tell you more about 2 of these lies, the biggest ones, so that you can implement their understanding within your life and you can see outsized returns in your work and your business. The first lie of the 2, which has captivated a misunderstanding within entrepreneurs, is the lie of motivation.
If you can focus your mind on it, you can change it.
When life happens, I don't just sit there and cry. When you thinking about giving.
Now, I know that many people believe that the thing that lies between them and the outcome that they desire is a lack of motivation. But the thing is, it is often the people that are most capable of being motivated that are the biggest failures in business. And I've seen it time and time again. People that are motivated might have the capacity to work on one particular day where they feel motivated for a certain amount of hours and they feel like they get a lot done. They might get a lot done. But the secret to success isn't working in spurts like people that are motivated do. In actuality, the secret to success is putting in effort consistently. Now, you might be one of these people. You might, on the days that you feel motivated, work and feel like you get a lot done. You might even actually get a lot done. But when you don't feel motivated, your days turn into hours and hours of wasted time. And what's worse is that there's a whole industry that has been created on selling this false promise of helping people acquire an ocean of motivation, using jargonous words that don't mean anything. When in reality, what most people need is not access to some non-existent ocean of motivation. What they actually need is to learn accountability and to put in disciplined hours of dry work so that they can get the outcome that they desire. This is a categorical lie made up by the self-help industry to essentially sell more books and coaching. They use fancy words, saying science-backed and empirically researched, but none of these words actually mean anything, and they don't translate to real-world results. The reality of the situation is, yes, you won't always feel like doing the work. You won't want to do it either. You won't feel good doing it. But what matters is if you get it done. But the question is, what keeps most people from getting that work done? And the answer to that is in the second lie. And this is perhaps the most dangerous lie. The lie of needing more information. Now, most entrepreneurs go through a stage where they feel as though they need more information to solve a particular problem. This is particularly prevalent with entrepreneurs that are just starting out. When in reality, they love obtaining information, which isn't a bad thing. They're learners at heart. But the thing is, that makes them procrastinate actually doing the dry work that will lead them to the results that they wish for. What they don't understand is that the outcome that they desire actually lies in the work that they avoid. It's the dry work that they procrastinate that actually holds most of the substance that will yield the results that they want. Now that's all well and good. You understand the two biggest lies that keep entrepreneurs from unlocking true accountability that will allow them to do the dry work to get the results that they actually desire. That's all well. The question is, how do you stop these lies from affecting your life? The answer to that question, like many things in life, is very simple. And that is that it starts with recognition. You need to tell yourself the truth. And the truth is that you already have the information that you need. You know exactly what to do. But you replace the dry work with learning, which is another form of procrastination because you feel like you're doing something. But that's the easy part. Knowing where you are, knowing where you need to get to. The actual hard part is having the impulse control to actually get to the point of changing. And that impulse control comes from accountability. Accountability is the secret weapon that distinguishes dreamers from doers. And let's face it, there's many people like you. People that really desire the things that you want, whether it's financial freedom, location freedom, time freedom, whether you want to be the best at what you do, whether you want to buy things that you want for you and your family. There are other people that desire the exact same thing. Those are things that everyone wants. And let's face another reality. Even the ideas that you have for starting your business, for scaling your business, those are the same ideas that your competition has. The information that you've gathered instead of doing the dry work is something that the people that are ahead of you have as well. The only difference between you and them is the fact that they actually had the accountability, yielding the impulse control to actually get to that point. They escaped the lie of motivation. Without any need for motivation, they were able to bring these ideas into fruition. They escaped the lie of information. They understood that they already knew exactly what they needed to do to actually get to where they wanted to be. Now the thing is, if you rely on yourself to build that accountability, it might take you a few months or a few years. Maybe it'll take you a few decades. Or maybe, perhaps, you may never be able to build it. And the sadder thing is that the dreams that you always had, that you told yourself you were so capable of achieving, will essentially be watered down to cope. You will learn to live with yourself as a failure, as somebody who was never able to complete the tasks that you wished for yourself to do. And you'll tell yourself it was too hard, the circumstances weren't in your favor, it's fine, the others got lucky. But deep down, you will always know that it was your inability to keep yourself accountable. It was your inability to actually get the discipline and the impulse control to get to where you wanted to be. That was what truly held you back. And all the other things that you will create as a coping mechanism will still not solve the fact that deep down you understand that you are the reason. your lack of accountability is the reason for why you failed. Sounds scary, doesn't it? Well, the good news is there is a way out. Well, here at Compass, after having worked with many entrepreneurs and founders across, as I mentioned before, every stage of the business lifecycle, we have developed a foolproof strategy that helps build accountability for the people that lack it. Now, we call it the strategy of consequence because it includes helping people understand the consequences of not putting in the work that they need to put in. And it also includes, at times, creating consequences for not getting work done. Now, sadly, this is not a one-size-fits-all strategy. Friedrich Nietzsche has a quote where he says, "When one has a why to live, one can bear almost any how." The thing is, every single entrepreneur has a different why. So there are different consequences that need to be created, that need to be understood in order for them to actually implement this strategy. The problem is most people haven't actually understood their why, which is why they actually procrastinate the dry work that holds all of the results that they desire. What's different about us is that our strategy works with individuals to specifically tailor a way to build them accountability. It works with them one-on-one to find exactly the lies that they believe that are holding them back from actually building that accountability, and even the particular things that they are doing throughout the day that deter them from having the impulse control to actually get to where they want to be. And it's not some BS course or some stupid PDF or some book that will tell you generic stuff. It's one-on-one sessions with a coach that is certified to help you get over the hurdles that are between you and actually getting to the point of being accountable. And this Compass coach is certified and has helped many entrepreneurs exactly like you in the past. And because this is such a personalized service that we here at Compass offer, we're only opening it up for a limited time and we only have a few slots. So if you wish to apply to work with us one-on-one and help us personalize and tailor a program for you to help you build accountability in your business that you have or could have, then go ahead and click on the link below to apply and book a call. And I'm not going to push any further than that, because if you are at that stage of entrepreneurship where you understand that action is the most important thing, then you'll scroll down and you'll click the link and you'll apply. But if you're not on that stage, then you're probably not ready for the program anyways. But this is what I'll leave you with. The thing is, we've all heard the stories of successful entrepreneurs, of successful people. And these might be stories, you can count them on your hand, that you know of personally, from the Elon Musks, the Steve Jobs, the Mark Zuckerbergs of the world. The thing is, we don't often hear the stories of the entrepreneurs that failed. Those people were intelligent. They had the information. Heck, they probably even knew exactly what they needed to do to be successful. And some of them, not all of them, some of them even knew more about particular fields, perhaps the fields that they were passionate about, than other successful entrepreneurs. But because they didn't have the accountability, their stories were lost. We never got to hear them. They were never heard by us, but more importantly, they were never heard by themselves. And I think at the root of our service is just a catering to that fear. The fear that you or whoever else is watching this video will become another untold story. And there is nothing worse than that. Not only because it's not something that other people know about, it's also because it's not a story that you were ever able to tell yourself. Go ahead and click down below and apply. If you're still on the fence, Take your time. You have a lot of that.